Right, we're off. Here we go. Um, Welcome to stream first game of the new Premier League season. Arsenal taking newly promoted Coventry, champions, of course, of the Premier League against the champions of the Championship last season. Of course, Arsenal gone with a similar side to what took on Manchester City in the Community Shield final. And this is going to be Frank Lampard's first Coventry side of the new season, taking on Arsenal. Carl Rushworth confirmed signing permanently from Brighton. He was on loan in the Championship last season. Milan Van Uwijk, Thomas, Amenda, and Jay De Silva complete the backline. Amenda, of course, new in there. Liam Kitchens would have started there last season. Caleb Yarenki performed well at the World Cup for Ghana. He starts in midfield with captain Matt Grimes and Frank Onyeka, who is again signed permanently from Brentford last year. And then Ellis Sims was at Coventry during that huge FA Cup run, led the line. Thomas Asante and Lou Schauner off the wings, of course, no Haji Wright through injury. New signings, Gustavo Harmer coming back to Coventry as well on the bench. And Tyler Awoniyi, who is known for rocking the Premier League as well for Nottingham Forest last season, so see how it goes for them. Anyway. Some huge players on the bench for Arsenal as well. Pierre Nkapie, Ebere Eze, Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Zubimendi, Max Dowman, Merino, all waiting to come on. North London forever rings around the Emirates Stadium. We're underway at the Emirates. Just started now. Bit off time I was there, but it's going to get it right eventually. There's an early chance of Coventry there, and it's put behind by Gabriel for a corner. I'll do. Coventry recently, they were actually one of the best teams from set pieces in the Championship last season, but of course Arsenal, we know them from set pieces. New rules for set pieces, no wrestling in the box actually, so this could benefit Coventry. Corner couldn't beat the near post though, as it's headed out by Calafiori. Matt Grimes is going to pick up the seconds as well. Asante is Liam Schauner. He did play in the Premier League last season for relegated Burnley. Arsenal do win possession back though. Solis, Lewis Skelly, Christian Mosquera, Gabriel. Rice drops in deep to try and play the ball out for Arsenal. He's currently knocking it around the back, trying to drag Coventry out, but not committing any men forward to make a mistake, Coventry, and leave the lines very open for Arsenal to attack the smallest little weakness that they have. Christian Mosquera filling in for that injured Saliba, who did get injured in his World Cup semi-final against Spain. Rice. Gabriel. Calafiori's got some room on the left, has to go back in centrally, and the ball slipped under Miles Lewis Skelly's foot. And Onyeka tries the long ball to Ellis Sims. It's headed down by Gabriel, and now Thomas Asante is going to try and come forward for Coventry. Didn't have enough room forward, but so Jada Silva's there, back to Grimes, and it's eventually gone all the way back to Carl Rushworth. And what looked promising for Coventry just ends back into a defensive sort of setup. Given straight back to Arsenal again. They've looked good on the high press, Arsenal so far. Can't say who's been better after only 3 minutes of Premier League football. Miles Lewis Skelly. Ben White. Mascara. Lewis Skelly. So, because Rice and Lewis Skelly sit back, you can see Calafiori just all on his own, almost as a left winger. Not helped him though, because Milan Van Nieuwijk has just robbed it right off him. Captain Grimes. Rushworth. As it linked to the side of him. Down it. Grimes. Just down by Saka. Saka flicks on to Ødegaard. Arsenal for a quick counter. Ødegaard from the centre goes to the left with now Christoph Solis taking on Milan Van Nieuwijk. Got some freedom to run. Cut inside. Can he take the shot? He does, and it just goes over the crossbar. It's the first huge chance of the game. And this goes to the Premier League champions, and it's Christoph Solis, the new signing. Of course, looked very promising in that Community Shield final against Man City. Flashes of brilliance early on for the Greek winger. Rushworth. Sims drops deep from centre forward to try and flick it onto Luciana. Just to know that avails. Eventually does bobble back to Coventry, and that's a poor back pass from Urenki, and it's got Amenda backpedaling. Bukayo Saka is running towards him, but he actually dealt very well there, the Swiss centre half, against Bukayo Saka, who I would say was a bit underwhelming last season. I don't know about you, but I think Saka, best of his ability, he'll be looking to get better. Of course, a few injuries last season, of course, didn't go Saka's way. Here he's on the ball now, though. He's going to take on Asante. Rice. Ødegaard. White. To Rice. Skelly. Rice again, good through ball. Solis breaks away towards the right. Good ball in, inviting for Saka! And he put it wide. I think Amenda might have actually got a block in there. Have a look. Solis well onside there. That's really poor tracking, and it just didn't bobble. Oh, it just didn't bounce right for Bukayo Saka in there. I think asking for handball as well in their commentary. It's definitely a good block from Amenda. Very good. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Well, Arsenal's first set piece of the season. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be Bukayo Saka on the delivery, not Declan Rice. Handing on Gabriel, you know he's good from there. Saka goes short to Lewis Skelly. Oh, and he's found a gap for Ben White. Edge of the area, Christoph Solis. It bounces through off Asante and I think Thomas in there as well. Asante's the boy who's breaking away here for Coventry. Gabriel stands him up very well and he's just won possession back for Arsenal. And he's asking for a handball from Thomas and he's not going to get it. Solis. I think he might have been right, you know. That short corner was perfect. Just no one tracking Ben White at the near post. Urenki gets so focused on Lewis Skelly and Saka on the short corner. Just leaves Ben White open in a huge gap of space in the penalty area. One that Coventry probably should have covered. The offside flag just went up against Bukayo Saka there. Coventry thought they were in possession and should have had a bit of advantage there. Been so wrong to think so either. That strike there. Well, actually didn't come off Asante first. It was just the sole clearance from Bobby Thomas at the back there. That was very good. Because Rushworth was definitely beaten there. Anyway, Solis, pure pace forward. No one really getting close to Solis right now. Has to use Havertz. He probably should be in the centre, but he has to be dragged out wide. Solis is there instead. Declan Rice just went for a 20-yard screamer, but eventually just smashed it over the bar anyway. White. Again. Just win the second ball. Grimes flicked further forward to Ellis Sims. He's dragging on the shirt of Christian Mosquera as well. A good use of his body for it to run out of play there from Christian Mosquera. Riot. Clips it into the middle. Headed out wide to Saka. Jay Silva picks up the sweepings and now Frank Onyeka. Arteta asking for something. Not sure what. His arms in the air. De Silva, Onyeka, Bobby Thomas, Van Yewik, Amenda. Long ball again, just searching for Brandon Thomas Asante. It trickles into David Raya's box and Arsenal look to get it away quick through Declan Rice. Rice spreads the play to Ødegaard, goes further right to Saka. Saka's going to have a run at Jay Silva. And it's put behind for another Arsenal corner. Saka's delivery as well stopped by Jay Silva. Very good bit of counter-attacking football there. Coventry just a bit slow getting back. Luckily, Jay Silva stops the inviting ball from Bukayo Saka. For a second, it looked like it might actually beat Carl Rushworth. He was worried about it. It was dipping under him. Just onto the roof of the net, though. "25 set-piece goals last season in the Premier League. The average was 19. Arsenal smashed that record, and that's a great delivery. And Rushworth was flapping, but eventually did get hold of it. Oh, Rushworth can't have that long with the ball in his hands. Eventually just smash it long. Shan has been... Ooh. It's in the back of Shan, isn't it? De Silva. Amenda. Right. Amenda. Carl Rushworth. Rushworth dinks it for Ellis Sims. It's got Gabriel on his back, and that's most definitely a foul, but advantage is played as it bobbles to Liam Schauner. He's got Urenki to his left. He has 35 yards to just try to strike there. Luckily, it did come back to his captain, Matt Grimes. Jay DeSilva. Van Uwijk. Grimes. Bobby Thomas. Mender. And the other game's on the bottom. Half an hour into the game between Marseille and Strasbourg. That is currently 0-0. The same with Real Betis and Real Sociedad. That game kicked off at the same time as this one here, and that is also 0-0. Rice. White. Go back across. Solis Havertz! 1-0. Didn't take long for Arsenal to snatch the lead at the Emirates. Wow. Arsenal's main man, he scored in the Champions League final. He was preferred over Gyökeres in the Community Shield final. He's preferred today. And as the clock strikes 15 minutes, Arsenal taking the lead against Coventry City. And it's such a well-worked goal as well. And it comes from the mistake from Milan Van Uwijk. He just lost track of Christoph Solis, didn't he? And he was just able to flick it over. So bad. He just managed to flick it over Van Uwijk. Van Uwijk then gets control of the situation and he kicks it against Solis and it bobbles to Ricardo Calafiori. No one's keeping track of Kai Havertz. Amenda slides in way too early there and it just leaves Havertz completely free for the tap-in, and Mikel Arteta jumps for joy because his side is 1-0 up against the Championship winners. And it sure does look like they'll be heading for another title if they keep starting like this, because they lead pretty swiftly as well. Saka. Beats Jay DeSilva to the ball there. Feel like Lewis Skelly's got a bit too much room there. Solis. Kai Havertz is over the top again. Was that offside? ball comes back across to Bobby Thomas, who's still appealing to the linesman. Kai Havertz definitely offside that second time, and he leaves it to run out of play. Van Uyck. Oh, it's a long throw, and it's such a poor touch from Ellis Sims. Runs out of play for that. Arsenal throw in, which they go backwards. Gabriel. Skelly, Rice over to Mascara. White. Lewis Skelly. White. Lewis Skelly on the half turn. Beautiful first time flick from Solis. Erdegaard searching for Kai Havertz. Well shielded by Amenda for Carl Rushworth. It's coming Gather for Coventry. Sante. Oh, that's a good flick down the line for Ellis Sims. And he was through there, but he's just given away a free kick. He can't believe it. Gabriel's gone down. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Oh, yeah, I mean, Gabriel, the pure speed of him, recovery pace from Gabriel, steps across him, and Ellis Sims stands on his foot. It's definitely a free kick to Arsenal. No question. "25 minutes to go in the half here. Arsenal lead Coventry by 1-0 and have controlled the game in retrospect, if you think of it. Because Coventry, they started off well. They got the first set piece of the game. Gabriel having to intervene inside the first minute, but Arsenal just slowly take control, hit him on the counter again. Scored the first goal through a Milan Van Uyck error in the corner flag where it fell to Calafiori and could just whip it back across goal for a free Kai Havertz. Solis. Saka. Down wide. Erdegaard. Oh, in the tight space, that was a good touch. Calafiori didn't have a lot of time there. And Havertz, that was silly in the corner on Bobby Thomas. It's going to be a free kick. Rushworth. Gabriel up there to win the header from the goal kick, and Arsenal again hit Coventry on the counter. Erdegaard. Rice has a lot of space in front of the Coventry back four. Solis. Inviting ball. Saka tapping 2-0 to Arsenal. Inside the first 23 minutes. Arsenal grab a second.
Yeah.
No problem for Arsenal. As we have a look at this again. It's the first header from Gabriel. It's a simple counter-attacking football again. Rice picks it up in the centre. Goes central pass, Odegaard. Picks it up, a lot of space in between the back four. Uses Solis to brilliant effect. The ball across goal. It had to be palmed back out by Carl Rushworth. It did. It's a strong wrist from Rushworth, but you've got to question, where is Jay Da Silva marking Saka? Let's just see. He stood on the goal line, actually, because it should be Amenda. Amenda's just stood on Carl Rushworth. He should be paying more attention to the crossfield ball there. He didn't need to be stood on the toes of Carl Rushworth. Coventry could have defended both of these goals better, but you can't really blame anyone because Arsenal were definitely expected to win this game. They've flown into a 2-0 lead. Rice. Mascara. And now it's Lewis Skelly. Rice drifting over to the right. What a ball that is. Ben White flying forward. And Amenda takes him down. And I don't understand how that's not a foul, but Amenda must have done very well there. Jay Da Silva takes the duty on the throw-in.
You shut the blinds.
Amenda. Oh, it bounced all the way through. Gabriel didn't read it. And Ellis Sims was flat-footed. Rice. Havertz. Odegaard. Oh, it's bounced off the shin of Asante. Nurenki was late on the scene and has just pulled down Lewis Skelly. That's silly. And he's probably going to get a booking as well. He is. Taylor Bianchi has been awarded the first yellow card of the Premier League season. Yellow card flown up there. Anyway. Arsenal prepare for this set piece here. Odegaard. Very short to Solis. Solis finds Havertz. Gives away the free kick on Van Heerwijk. Very, very good defending there. Sims. Bounces for Onyeka. Calafiori wins the first header. Rice gets the second. Grimes. Thomas just lumps it forward. Ends up working for Luciano actually. Irenki. Sharna. Calafiori. Stood him up. Jockey. Very good. Oh, it's such a poor pass from Sharna, isn't it? Coventry had full control of possession, they've just given it away. Arsenal firing out the blocks and Martin Odegaard with a wasted touch. Not often you see that from the captain. Sims. Just finds it anyway to hook it to Shauna. Sante, a bit late, wasn't he? And there. Oh, and Shauna just takes the biscuit there, just kicking out on Bukayo Saka. Gabriel. Solis. Ooh, Calafiori. His touch just took him back a bit. Ends up with the Odegaard anyway. Good flick through. Kai Havertz. Amenda stayed strong there. Huge pressure from Kai Havertz, but the offside flag goes up on Kai Havertz, I think. Mascara. Rice. Solis. He's got Rice on his inside. Uses Rice. Rice just lifts it in for Saka at the far post. Sante's first header was brilliant. Odegaard ends up picking up the pieces, trying to rebuild something for Arsenal. Lewis Skelly. White. Havertz. Ben White. Saka. Odegaard. Saka. Odegaard. Calafiori. Mascara. Rice. Lewis Skelly. Ødegaard. Mascara. Solis. Gabriel. Oh, he was going to go Calafiori there. Oh, eventually does get out to Calafiori though. Crossfield pass from Lewis Skelly. It's got a long way to go yet for Saka. De Silva. Stands up Saka well. Ødegaard finds a bit of room for Ben White, and it's a good block from Amenda. Eventually hooked away by Thomas Asante, but now it's Declan Rice. Ben White. Oh, just tries to deliver the cross. It's gone up, bounced and into the goalkeeper's arms. Off Brandon Thomas Asante, who's actually away on the counter now. Brilliant touch to take it out the air for Ellis Sims now. He's got Gabriel on his back. Sims, he actually gets the better of Gabriel and is brought down, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Free kick to Coventry. Oh, he's booked Gabriel as well. Grimes. So good free kick actually. Headed out by Havertz. Cleared by Arsenal. Onyeka back to Rushworth. Rushworth into an empty centre midfield. Where Rice takes control. Lewis Skelly now through ball to Havertz. Havertz hits it first time, eventually bobbles through to Solis and Van Hewick. It's penalised, and that's going to be a free kick from about 35 yards. Rice did take the free kick short to Ben White. Now Bukayo Saka. He's beaten De Silva many times today, but this time he's going to go against Sims. He's got round Sims. He was actually took down there as well. Very, very good from Bukayo Saka. Good work rate there. Did get a little pull on the shirt from Ellis Sims. Did try to keep the attack going, but it was eventually stopped by Amenda. Saka will walk over to take the corner. Good delivery from Saka. Everyone was building up in there. Does eventually get back to Saka after the ball from Lewis Skelly. Ødegaard lifts it in, and Gabriel was getting dragged down at the back post there. No appeals for anything there, so I'm assuming it was okay. Solis takes on Thomas, cuts back inside, Havertz just under it. And Coventry can get it clear only as far as Declan Rice. Havertz has it in a lot of space again though. Kai Havertz. Ricardo Calafiori takes the shot, block off of Van Uyck. Arsenal asking for a handball. I think it's just come off the side of his shoulder though. Havertz. Good leg in there from Grimes. This time Asante can get away and he was dragged down by Rice. Manchester United just now have agreed a deal worth 70 million for Brighton's midfielder Carlos Baleba. Pretty good deal. Nah, it's not a penalty. It's come off the back of his arm. Where the sleeve is, of course. Rushworth. Rice. Garrett. Bruce Skelly. Saka. Back to Mascara. Bruce Skelly acting as that third centre-back from midfield. Now tries to dance forward with the ball for Arsenal. Odegaard. Havertz let it run for a minute. Just pick the ball back up in midfield. Gabriel tries to through ball to Havertz. Meanwhile, Coventry actually have more men coming forward than Arsenal. If they can use it right, they might have a chance here. Shana. Nah, the build-up's too slow. Arsenal get back in numbers. Amenda. That Shana's appalling. That Loom Shana's absolutely horrendous. Barely done anything. Van Uyck. Grimes. Caleb Urenki. Onyeka. Asante. Silva. Back to Asante. This is actually good from Coventry. Ellis Sims on the half turn. Actually does beat Gabriel for a minute there. Chowner, a bit slow. Eventually just get it over to Van Uyck though. Chowner. Onyeka. To Silva. Headed out on these forest Grimes. Oh, and that's a not bad effort! And it was looping over David Raya onto the roof of the net. And I think that was Chowner. He's had a few crazy efforts this game. That was by far the closest. You would have really shut me up though if he'd have scored. I said he was crap. I think he is. Rushworth pings it long. Oh, stopped it dead, Ellis Sims, but just sneaked under his boot to Gabriel. Lewis Skelly. Rice. Lewis Skelly. Come Rice. Ben White. Backer. Rice delivery. Knocked away by Van Hewitt. Right. Okay, just knocked out play. Can't say I've expected anything different from Coventry. Let's just say that. Solis. Havertz on the overlap. Instead, Solis cuts inside. Will he take the hit? No, he won't. That was a bit late. Advantage Arsenal. White. Saka. Great ball for Odegaard. Flash across the 6-yard box. But Amenda puts it behind. Two minutes. Have been indicated at the end of the half. Saka. Gonna put in another delivery here. Martin Odegaard. Bukayo Saka. Declan Rice. Oh, it wasn't a bad hit. Whistles wide. And Arsenal were so close to a third just before the break. Frank Lampard watches on. Probably won't be happy with his team, but cannot can't be too disheartened because it's Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's not even been slow from Coventry. Sometimes it has been, and it caused the goals. But you can't afford to be slow in places like that because it'll give chances for Arsenal. Kai Havertz just been played in over the top there and been caught offside. Yeah, Shaw is looking like ref's gonna blow for half time as soon as Rushworth hits it. He does. That the half time whistle. Arsenal are leading Coventry by 2 goals to 0 at half time. Yeah, very, very good football. Oh, I forgot to put the football on for Saka, haven't I? Idiot. My bad, boys. No assist for that one. Anyway, yeah, half time we have had two yellow cards in this game so far, and it's come from really, really poor pieces of defending, really. Of course, Urenki gets caught at the break and has to drag him down by the shirt. Lewis Skelly, that is. And Gabriel just got twisted and had to pull down Ellis Sims as well. Marseille have just kicked off for their second half. Just edited that on that ticker down at the bottom there. Yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions in the live chat, what you've got, if anyone's even here. I don't think they are, but I'd like to hear your opinion. Put a draw on the poll as well. Fair enough. We've had a goal early on in the second half in Ligue 1, and it's in the opening minute of the second half. Yuri has scored for Marseille. There we go. Yeah, anyway, not been too interesting this game. I mean, Arsenal, as we expected, have ran the show. Yeah. Milan Van Uyck will be kicking himself though for the first goal. Yeah, I talked about he didn't win the first header against Solis, and he eventually got back control of the situation, spinned around and kicked it against Solis. Fell to Calafiori, and then once tracking Havertz, he's just free to knock it in the bottom corner, really. And the second one was just a lapse in concentration between Amenda and De Silva. Just weren't communicating enough. Amenda stood on Rushworth as he's palming it back out into danger, which he couldn't really do anything else there. It's a powerful cross from Christoph Solis. Just, yeah, he probably could have caught it, really. Being a bit harsh on him. Then De Silva has to cover for him on the line and just creates a goal. And the second one for Arsenal, and I don't think there's going to be any way back home for Coventry in the second half. Anyway, I'd like to hear your opinions in the chat anyway. I don't think there's anyone here, to be quite honest with you. I've already got two people's opinions because they're on the poll, aren't they? One of them's voted Arsenal, one of them's voted a draw. Don't think it's going to be a draw, mate. Just saying. You know, well, it says nobody's watching currently, so gotta sit here till somebody is, I guess. Well, probably make them white, couldn't I? They look better. I usually have them red because the background room is creep. Red stands out. White would stand out better here, surely. Something like that. That make that difficult. That's as good as it's getting. I think that's good actually. I think would stand out more if they were white. Anyway, there'll be nobody speaking, so they'd expect a bit better from Coventry though. Looking at the players, didn't really watch too much Championship football last season. Looking at the players there, none of them look impressive at all. Van Hewick was alright until he made the mistakes, just lost a bit of his confidence, hadn't he? And then Thomas looks alright actually. Amenda's alright. But De Silva's had a tough task with Saka so far though. Come on, can't blame for anything. Apart from that goal though. Probably should have done a bit better on the second one. Second half has just restarted finally. Sorry for the late time or whatever. No changes, I don't believe. But, well, we have had a red card for Strasbourg. More on that in a minute, though. Gabriel, striding forward for Arsenal. El Morabet has been sent off. Saka's running in behind for Arsenal here, but the offside flag has just gone up again. Yeah, one criticism I can put on Arsenal, which I didn't really speak about, is yeah, they get offside. They were offside a lot of the time in the first half. They need to cut that out a bit. I'm not saying it was every time they're going forward they're offside. It's a couple of times where they've been caught offside a lot. Where Coventry, on the other hand, have not really had a chance to be offside. To be fair, I don't even know why I'm talking. Saka taking on his mark. That's a good ball back across. Martin Odegaard. Is it? Oh, it's spilt through. 3-0. Oh, it's not pretty, is it? Oh, Arsenal. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Deflected in, hasn't it? That's very unlucky. I almost missed that as well. Because I was doing other things on the bottom of the screen. Um, didn't actually take a deflection. Rushworth is expecting it to zip right across the box from Ben White. It's a very good delivery. And Martin Odegaard just flicks it through. Urenki doesn't even keep track of where he's going. Martin Odegaard. And it's just very well put away in the end for Arsenal's third of the game. Very, very good. Arsenal look unstoppable. Even without new signings, Esri Concert and Bruno Guimaraes in the squad. Esri Concert's just signed today, and Bruno Guimaraes out with a thigh injury, of course. Arsenal have a free kick in a dangerous position also. I've just finally updated the ticker on the bottom. Just missed one thing. Almost forgot. Anyway, now that's finished, I can now do. I've got to go back to the commentary of this game now. Declan Rice can whip this into the penalty area now. So this. White. Bukayo Saka. Odegaard. So good block by Frank Onyeka. Throwing. Limshan. Marseille just now made it 2-0. And it's the same guy again. I mean, Guiri. Van Uyck. Yarenki. Grimes. Limshauner. Well, that was inviting, and Rice flicked it onto the back post. And Ellis Sims was not expecting that again. Probably could have took a bit more advantage of that, but now Shana has a lot of space on his own, which is given to him by Gabriel. And Van Uyck's ball to the back post goes unattacked. As Raya was stuck on his goal line there. Feet like concrete for a minute. It's actually bounced back to Frank Onyeka, and Coventry is still in possession here. Sims is going to take a run at Saka, and it's put behind by Bukayo Saka. It's going to be a corner to Coventry. Referee seems to have a problem here. With his watch. Delivery from Grimes. to Havertz though. Saka heads it out only as far as Frank Onyeka, and that is that's dealt with so poorly. Back into the path of Saka. Saka releases Havertz. Havertz has Solis and Ødegaard with him. Havertz has brought down advantage Arsenal, and Ødegaard's ball had a bit too much pace on it for Solis. But the offside flag does go up on Christoph Solis eventually. Yeah, he's offside, isn't he? Great step up from Amenda. Amenda. Grimes. Onyeka. Thomas. Van Yerlik. Rushworth. Pings it up into absolutely no one. Same with David Raya actually. Drops into the path of Jada Silva, who's actually rinsed Miles Lewis Skelly for pace in there, and Sims' touch was loose and it's hooked away by Gabriel. Lumshana gonna have a go at Calafiori. Oh. Very poor pass. Onyeka's from the back of Lewis Skelly and just drags him down. So unnecessary from the Nigerian central midfielder. Didn't need to do that, did he? Rice. Calafiori. Declan Rice. Miles Lewis Skelly. Declan Rice. Saka. Martin Ødegaard. Lewis Skelly. Gabriel. Ødegaard. Oh, it's a nice little ball from Ødegaard. Clipped it into the back post by Ben White, and it goes well over Solis' head. And cleared by Milan Van Eerik to Gabriel Mosquera. Ødegaard takes it forward for Arsenal. Gabriel wants it over on the right. Does get it. Lewis Skelly. Crossing it. Ødegaard. Solis. Good ball through. Calafiori cuts back on Urenki. Oh, he slipped and... Oh, Solis! It's deflected off of someone in there. I think it might have been Grimes. Great strike from Christoph Solis. You just expect him to score. It was begging for him. Good block from the captain though, isn't it? Solis. Lewis Skelly. Saka loses it. Sims on the break for Coventry. Oh, that's so close to brilliance. Milan Van Ewijk was sprinting through there and he's tripped Gabriel. Free kick to Arsenal. 3-0. First substitution of the game's about to be made. I think it's just going to be the single one for Coventry. It's going to be Yarenki coming off for Victor Torp. The Ghanaian centre midfielder may have had a good World Cup for Ghana, but I'd say he's had a pretty poor start to the start of his Premier League career. Saka. Odegaard. Oh, lovely clipping behind. Asante. Good foot in there for Coventry City. Lewis Skelly. Gabriel. Solis. Gabriel. Oh, Lewis Skelly, what a touch in there by Onyeka to take it away from Odegaard. And that's a good touch out the air from Ellis Sims as well. He's gone round Mascara and Declan Rice. Oh, but he doesn't beat Rice the second time. Not quick enough. Calafiori. Rice. Solis. Havertz drives in on Thomas. Put behind for another Arsenal corner. Rice's delivery. Thomas heads out and moves for us. Shana and Solis' strikes built by Rushworth. Short corner taken quickly there by Solis and Declan Rice wins another throw in for Arsenal. Coventry getting held to shots now. Coventry starting a counter attack here. Van Ewijk, and that's a good ball for Victor Torp. Good slide in there by Christian Mascara. Thomas Asante. Try and pick up the scraps for Coventry. Not had many chances. Wasted that one, but it does fall to Jada Silva. Good stopping there by Calafiori, and that's just wild effort from Thomas. Cizak can throw a corner. And we're in the 67th minute. I think that's definitely a corner. I think it might have just nipped off of the heel of Christian Mosquera. Declan Rice is going to make way now. He's off for Zubimendi. Saka's also coming off for Noni Madueke. So 2 changes for Arsenal. 2 of their hard hitters, 2 of their English ones anyway. Declan Rice played very well from deep, knocking it out for Solis. And Saka. But Saka's going off as well, score of the second Arsenal goal. Pretty easy tapping now. Well created by Christoph Solis as well. Lewis Skelly. Calafiori. Zubimendi. Come on. Okay.
Within Cameroon World Cup, beat Denmark. Oh, out in the quarterfinals.
As we speak anyway, Coventry are also making another change. Another thing, 2 changes actually. I didn't see Jack Radoni there, and it's going to be Ellis Sims and Brandon Thomas at Sante. There we go. Odegaard. Zubimendi. White. Mosquera. Riot. Right. Solis. Havertz. Martin Odegaard, first time ball by Odegaard from Subimendi. Christian Mascara. Declan Rice. Oli Madueke. Martin Odegaard. A good hit, headed out by Bobby Thomas. Mascara. Did get the clearance in there. Martin Odegaard. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, good ball from Lewis Skelly and Calafiore's running in. Rush with gathering. What do you mean? Swan. I have two. Cold poach here.
No, we lost in the final to Bournemouth.
I dropped the left bottom a few times when we lost to Barcelona. Yeah, but it was 7 goals. So this, woohoo! Pretty poor clearance there.
Come on, it's gone to 7 goals. Let's do that.
He's not a defender, so I guess he could let him off. Van Uwijk. Long throw into the penalty area, just got under it. Jack Redoni. Going to be another long throw in, shielded out by Van Uwijk. Off Solis. Take 2 for Coventry. Delivery actually, Redoni again, just under it. Van Uwijk knocks it back to Frank Onyeka. Oh. Good flick there, and then Loom Shauner's just coming in late on the scene there. Onyeka. Thomas. Grimes. Redoni. Grimes. Amenda.
It's crazy.
Marseille have taken a 3-goal lead against Strasbourg now. And just another double change for Arsenal coming up here. It's going to be a Berry Eze coming on for Christophe Solis. What?
What? Where is that?
I don't know.
I've got my boots at 42.
Martin Odegaard, scorer of the 3rd goal in the Community Shield final, and scorer of the 3rd goal today for Arsenal as well, comes off for Mikel Merino.
56 goals, 15 trophies, but not one. One Champions League, but not one.
You have to play more like that.
76 caps for him. Oh, yeah. Second that. Yeah. What are you shooting at? I'll let red one.
Arsenal
It's always red and white.
on the break. Eze. This is dangerous from Arsenal. Madueke. Havertz. Zubimendi. Oh, the delivery headed away by Onyeka. Oh, it's actually dropped for Taiwo Awoniyi. Torp. Radoni. Oh, pass. Lacked pace from Radoni. And now, quick 1-2 from Havertz and Madueke. Mikel Merino. Cross cannons off the leg of Jay De Silva. Now Jack Radoni. Long to Awoniyi, and his shirt's being tugged by Gabriel. Comes back inside there. The former Nottingham Forest striker. Torp. Radoni. Torp. De Silva. Radoni. Back to Victor Torp.
Is it Gio? Oh, why?
No. Thomas. Grimes. Rushworth.
Yeah. Is it Jordan? How's it going? Like what position?
Shan. Radoni.
Oh, I can play the Sunderland.
Oh, Jay De Silva just rolled it in behind there. Just shielded out by Mascara. Like, no threat from Awoniyi whatsoever.
Okay.
Frank Lampard just watches on. Doesn't look too happy with his side, but losing 3-0 to Arsenal ain't nothing to be sad about. Schauner. Havertz. Gabriel. Yeah. Mascara. Raya. Ben White. Mikel Merino. Fiore. Merino.
We beat Sheffield 1-1 for the club.
Is it?
Went on to win it.
Right. Skeleton. White. Noni Madueke. Martin Zubimendi. White's delivery. Havertz didn't really get there. Amenda could just flick it away. Van Eerwick just made sure there. Calafiori wasn't getting to it. He's probably going to launch a long throw here for Arsenal. Oh, well. Calafiori isn't going to take this long throw. It's actually going to be Hincapié because Calafiori's just come off. And that's Arsenal's final change of the game. Calafiori actually got the final Pass for the first goal by Kai Havertz. On the score sheet against Man City, but not today. It was a key part in helping his team win today. Cape lodged the long throw in, and Gabriel actually got up to it. Well, Strasbourg are now 4-0 down against Marseille. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in the 6th minute of stoppage time makes it 4-0. Zubimendi. Marino. Coventry are going to make another change here. It'll be their last change as well. Even though they've not used all their subs, they've only used 4. It'll be Liam Schauner. And Gustavo Harmer's going to come on for Coventry. Marseille have won 4-0 against Strasbourg. 2 goals from Amin Douiri, 1 from the penalty spot, and Dalla in the 89th minute made it 3-0. Højbjerg finished it off just a minute ago. Madueke. Awonyi. Scary. No. Redoni. Good tackle on Madueke. Wins possession back for Coventry. Torp. Grimes. Harmer. White. Well, that was by Amanda. Redoni. Torp. Torp's delivery wasn't bad, you know. There's Jack Redoni. His header straight at David Raya. White. Zubimendi. Nkapie.
I'm going to blame
Lewis Skelly. Subimendi. Rushworth. Goes long to a 1-knee. Just knocks it back into the middle where Zubimendi can pick it up for Arsenal. Nkapie. Zubimendi. Calmarino. Looks for Eze over the top. It's not going to fall for him right, is it? Yeah, Bobby Thomas can just shield it out of Coventry. Eze. Don't. Grimes. Garrett. Thought Mascara was getting dragged down there by a 1-knee. Yeah, he was. The ref's just given a free kick there. Frank Lampard thought it was a foul their way. Back Coventry. Billy Thomas. Onyeka lurking at the back post. Wasn't quick enough to get it back across goal for Coventry.
Clean up Barnes and
4 minutes added on. End of the second half.
probably what's it for.
Marino has a strike and didn't bother Rushworth too much there. Madueke was quick to find the pass there. Onyeka slid in.
I'll do Alan Fury, see if anyone looks
Armour dispossessed by Christian Mascara. Centrally finds Miles Lewis Skelly. But blocked by a 1-knee. Frank Onyeka. Needing some support. Finds it through Vidoni. It's ball to a 1-knee. It was poor. And it's after the goal kick, which Arsenal will take.
One's on Fury. Mhm. Well, let's start off good. We're going for Liverpool.
Arsenal fans aren't even staying until full time. You'd think they were losing. Empty seats everywhere.
But empty.
You'd think they'd be losing 3-0.
Empty.
Because they're mostly tourists, actual fans. Imagine if they were losing. It'd be half empty. Ugh. Good pressure from Arsenal. Put Thomas under pressure, just smashes it out for the throw in, really. And Capier, while no one's switching on to Eze for the quick throw in. Subimendi. And Capier. Didn't use Havertz on the overlap. Instead, finds Lewis Skelly. Now Ben White. Capier is cross blocked by Jack Redoni. Now here he comes forward for Coventry City. Oh, I don't want these balls just behind Jack Redoni. Can Arsenal finish them off here? Free kick to Arsenal. Talk went through the back of Kai Havertz. That was surely be it now. I don't think there was any way back for Coventry to begin with. And Eze's free kick, well, that was absolutely horrendous. And the ref blows the full time whistle. Arsenal have beaten Coventry City 3-0. They beat Man City 3-0 in the Community Shield, and they've had to start well here as well. Havertz got Arsenal started with the first one. A few minutes later, Saka put in the second for Arsenal, and at the start of the second half, Martin Odegaard made it 3 goals. No way back for Coventry. They were defeated 3-0. And Arsenal begin their Premier League title defence with a 3-0 win against newly promoted Coventry. Just waiting on their full time whistle at Real Betis, currently beating Real Sociedad by 1-0. Full time. Rodrigo Riquelme's goal for Real Betis is enough to give them the win in their first home game of the La Liga season. Actually, their first game. Thought they'd already played around anyway.